Hello SLAPAFISH community and welcome back to another World Tanks console video. So in this video I got another tank review for you. So I'm going to be comparing the Barracuda Emil 1951 to the Emil 1, the tank trade version, the Eradicator, a 3-shot autoloader British hold down heavy tank, and the T32 A prototype. So in this video that's the tanks I'm going to be comparing to, and let's get on to it. So, all of these heavies are autoloaders, and they're mainly, these three are all hold down monsters. Now this one is not a hold down monster. If it had the 32 turret, which it doesn't. If it has a fully accurate 32, it would be a hold down monster just like the others. But this one, I threw this one into comparison because it plays very similar to the others. Now, as you can see, the Barracuda, out of the 4 tanks, the Barracuda has the worst horsepower, but actually the best horsepower to weight ratio. And the second best top speed, only falling behind the Emil 1. Best reverse speed. Fire chance on all 4 tanks is 20%. Track rotation is at 28 degrees, which is only falling second behind the Emil 1. Has the best terrain resistance. It's the second worst turret rotation. It gets a 10.5 centimeter gun with a 35-second reload with 3 shots, and this has a 4-shot with 37 seconds. So now, yeah, you can see the difference there. Aim time 2.7 seconds to 3.2 seconds on the Emil 1. It has the worst accuracy at 0.4, the worst dispersion while moving the tank at 5.04, but best dispersion while rotating your turret at 1.11. It also has the worst gun elevation at 14 degrees, but it also has the best gun depression at 12 degrees. It has the highest alpha damage at 360, 360, and 460 on its high explosive, but yet the worst penetration at 217, 242, and 53 on its high explosive. It has 1.91 meter splash radius on its high explosive. Has the best shell velocity on its standard and premium, and its high explosive is in the middle. Its DPM is the worst out of this comparison at 1,598 damage. Also, rounds per minute is the worst at 4.44. Like I said, it had a shot per clip at 3, and its entire damage per clip is 1,080. And it has a terrible inner clip reload at 2.75. Now, since this is a hold down monster, let's talk about the turret armor. Now, the actual turret is very, very angled. It's very slanted, so the 180 millimeters of armor that it gets at the front does good. Not as good as the Eradicator one. The size of the back of the turret is non-existent. Also, don't really depend on your hull at 100 at the front, 35 at the side, and 30 at the back. Very bad. Or your view range. Terrible view range at 360. Also bad. Worst view range. Worst signal range at 710. But you have 1,400 hit points. You have pretty good concealment out of the 4 tanks. You have the best while moving on concealment. You have a 50% silver boost and a 10% XP boost. Now, this is interesting. I didn't know about this. The T32 A prototype actually has a 5% free XP bonus, which that means is you get 5% more free XP per battle, which is pretty cool. Didn't know that. Now, as the rest of my tank reviews, the green means it's the best out of the comparison, red means it's the worst. So, the Barracuda actually get compared by 41 things. It got 11 green, it was the best out of 11 things, and the worst out of 14. It was the best while moving. Its concealment was moving the tank. It had the highest shell velocity on its standard and premium. Also had the highest damage on its standard, premium, and high explosive. Had the best gun depression, best rotating the turret dispersion, and the best terrain resistances, the best reverse speed, and the best horsepower per ton. Now that's it for the tank review. Now let's jump into some gameplay for the tank. Alright, we just spawned on no high, and we're also bottom tier. So, if you're wondering why I'm starting a minute into this game, well, I didn't do nothing for the minute. I kind of just sat there. I don't know what I was doing. But anyway, there's a roof. Put a nice shot into the roof. Probably going to go for a reload. And one thing I forgot to mention about this tank is, one really good reason about this tank is it carries a lot of ammunition. If you can see, I carried 54 standard, 18 premium, and 3 high explosive. That gives you a lot of choices for what kind of clips you want to bring into battle. So yeah, we're bottom tier. What can you do when you're bottom tier? And also, you may have 180 millimeters of turret armor, and you can use 12 degrees of your gun depression. But when you face like 9s or 10s, your turret armor starts to fail, especially when they start loading the premium rounds. They can start penetrating it. Now here's a Klanker. I actually missed a shot. Fired the second one, hit his fuel tank, trying to hit his fuel tank, set him on fire, but it didn't really do any good. And now, back to a reload. For the very beginning of this match, I'm going to be sniping across the way because I'm going to have shots, and I'm going to let my tanks, like the high tier tanks, like go out there. But later, I will push up and start helping my high tier tanks. But now, I'm just firing off my magazine, and right now I'm trying to get a shot on that roof, and we got the first shot and the final shot on that roof, and something's aiming at me. They bounce though. Trying to hit this Klanker, lit him on fire, finally hit that fuel tank, and next shot. I actually hit something invisible. I don't know if I hit the Klanker as soon as it went invisible. No, I did not. So basically, I say play this tank just like your Emil. If you played the Emil 1, which I'm guessing you have, play this tank just like the Emil 1. Go against, use your armor just like you would do in the Emil 1, because the thing has the same amount of armor except from the side. Don't know why, but it has more on the side. Like, side hole. There's FV4202, put a nice shot into him. There's a board stick, put a good shot into him. And thinking about going for a reload, I may actually go for a reload. I was actually waiting for when these tanks actually pop back up. That's why it's taken me for so long to like go for a reload. But I decided I need to go for a reload so I can fight anything with a full clip. Any tip I can give you, the best tip I can give you for an auto-loading heavy tank or anything auto-loading is to have, before you go into engagement, before you get into a fight, always have your clip. Have all your shells ready to go. Go for a reload when you can. Right there, I had the time to go for a reload, and I did. I got into cover and just stayed back there and stayed for a reload. You know what I just realized? You can actually hear my game. You can actually hear my TV. I've rolled Tank's Garage. Just realized that. Huh. Oops. Oh yeah, also remember why I pulled it up. The reason I pulled it up is because I was going to tell you what kind of equipment I have on this tank. I actually have a vertical stabilizers, coated optics, and crew vents on this tank. And we just took up a portion, put 9 shots into the portion. And yeah. So yeah. the sad thing is, this thing's not a dual crew trainer like the Lancet C is. I forgot to mention that in Wednesday's video, that the Lancet C is a cross trainer. The Lancet C is a cross trainer between British and Swedish. And there's artillery. We're actually going to be able to shut him down. And we put 2 shots into the artillery to shut him down, but now I don't have enough to finish the Conqueror. But I was able to track him. And now I fell back for a reload. See, we've been playing the support heavy. This tank is like a really good support heavy, especially when you're bottom tier. And I say, when you are top tier, don't play like the aggressive heavy tank. Play like a support heavy tank, even if you're top tier, because sometimes your turn armor will not be enough to hold against the incoming fire, and also your damage, your clip damage won't be enough to fight on. You need support, and it just got hit by a Death Star. You need support when you fight in this tank, or you got to be the support, because you're an autoloader that doesn't do a lot of damage per clip, and it takes you a long time to reload. You need support. When you're fighting, don't go on a flank by yourself. As soon as you fire all 3 of your shots, you are completely exposed for like 34, 32 seconds. If you do that, go on flank by yourself, you're just dead. Immediately dead. And also, don't expose your whole armor. Like I said, 100mm at the front doesn't really do good at tier 8s, tier 9s, or tier 10s. And some tier 7s may be able to penetrate you in your whole armor. Right now, trying to get a shot in this E100 is very risky because the FV4202 could probably get shots into him. And I missed my target. I was trying to get my shot to bounce off his hull into his turret. And there goes the FV4202. And he's wiggling his turret at me. See right there? But we did get 4 kills. We played a pretty good support heavy tank. And now we'll see y'all back in the garage while we go over the post-game stats. Alright, so we got a victory on that mount. We made 145,000 silver. We did 4,819 damage. Got an Ace Mastery badge. We bought 750, and we also got top of the leaderboards. I hope you liked this video. If you did, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, remember SLAPAFISH, because why would you not? And peace out. See ya.